Hey, Coach. Would you want to get started with a opening statement?
Yeah, another bad game for us. A game, too many penalties. We had too many penalties to overcome in this ball game and try to find a way to win. Offensively, we got to do a good job of evaluating our talent and making sure the right guys are in there that get the job done. That's 2 weeks back to back, 14 and 16 points. That's not good enough. You can't win football games that way. We got to find the right personnel, right scheme, what we need to do, and make sure we got the right guys in there to find a way to score more points.
Coach, is it a bit surprising to see all three facets of the game struggle as much as they did, especially considering how good of a week at practice it was?
It is. It was very disappointing. Again, to me, it starts with the penalties first and foremost. I mean, we had some good things going, and penalties either stall the drive or continue to drive on defense when we did good things, and that hurts, in the ball game. And you look at the time of possession because of not converting on third down on offense, and then the penalties on defense, the extend drive keeps the ball out of your offensive hand, and then special team again. That's 2 weeks in a row where we've given up something. And again, that's disappointing. And again, at all of we got to evaluate. I got to do a great job in evaluating what we have out there and making sure we got the right guys in the field to help us.
Coach, a lot of the same mistakes that happened against Marshall, happened tonight. It was the fumbles. It was the mistakes on special teams. What's the reason for these constant mistakes that are happening in these losses? The fumbles, the special team errors, the defensive miscues.
Again, it's executing the plays, and again, you drop a punt return. That's fundamental. I mean, he was there to take his eyes off the ball and fumbled the punt return with Larry's fumble. Again, you got to take care of the ball when you run the football. I mean, we don't teach, the fumble. We teach to take care of the ball and secure the ball, and we put a huge emphasis on it because of last week. And it's disappointing that it happened that way. And then the penalty, blocked field goal there at the end. Again, it's disappointing. They got in there earlier, and we didn't do a good job of protecting for the kicker.
Coach, I think when it comes to this game, it seems like, again, the defense gave the offense a lot of opportunities. And I know during most of that first half, a lot of the points for ODU was those two safeties. Can you just talk about, what you saw from the defense and maybe talk about the criticisms you have of the offense?
Well, again, I thought defense played, especially early in the game, they played well enough for us to win. Again, we got to score more than 16 points. I mean, it's hard to win when you can't score more than 16 points in a game. I don't care who you are. We got to find a way to score more points in ball games. If we can do that, we'll have a good football team. Our defense is doing well enough for us to win these ball games. We just, offensively, we're not putting the ball in the end zone. And it's my job as the head coach to find a way to get that done. And we got two games left, 2 guaranteed games left to figure that out. We need to figure it out quick.
Coach, there were a couple clock management problems there, especially at near the first half. After that, I believe it was the Larry run play. You guys chose not to call a timeout, and then, tried to call the timeout after the completion. What was the decision there to not use the timeout after the run play? And
when was this again, Kev?
Right before halftime. It was after the Larry run. You guys chose not to use the timeout. What was the reasoning behind that?
I'm not sure which play that was, to be honest with you. Hard for me to answer that one. Trying to figure out the play you're talking about. I'm sorry about that.
I can find it. 1 second.
Yeah.
It was, the first down run play by Larry right before halftime with 28 seconds left. He got 6, and then you guys chose not to call timeout, and then ran the pass play to Jaquan.
Pass play to who?
Jaquan right before halftime.
Yeah, the pass play to him, and then
but specifically,
he got the bounce. He got a bounce on that. And then
but specifically, the run play the run play to Larry, right after that run play, you guys chose not to call timeout. What was the reason behind that?
I can't recall that play. I'm sorry. I wish I can, Kel, so I can answer that for you. Honestly, I don't want to just tell you something and not, I can't recall. I remember Burton's catch and get out. I can't remember that play. I remember. I'll let you know on Monday. I'm sorry, Kel.
You're good.
But again, I don't know. Once ask me that question on Monday, I have an answer for you. I see it by then. I'm sorry.
And then the second half, you guys had to use a couple timeouts, because you guys weren't lined up and you guys were, facing delay of game penalties. How frustrating is that? Because, it was a similar problem we saw last year.
It's very frustrating when things aren't going right and you want to play well, you want to be in rhythm in what you're doing and give your kids a chance to at least execute and make plays. I mean, it's frustrating all over when you don't play well, we don't coach well. We got to be better all over. And it all starts with me and making sure that we get better. And again, it's disappointing. I thought those penalties was too much to overcome, and they were coming in crucial times, whether it was driving the ball or defense had them backed up, and we could have got the ball back. We just didn't play winning football when it comes to this ball game.
Coach, I think when you talked about the penalties, I think it was about 11, 12 penalties there. And then when you look at the third down conversions and just the inefficiency of the offense, I mean, where do you think that all starts with, especially when you look at Monday, you look at film, but with your first impressions, where does that all start?
I think a lot of it is, it's a lot to do with it. Sometimes it's decision-making on quarterback way to go, and then sometimes it's protection, and we didn't do a good job with that throughout the night, and that was, again, it's disappointing. You got to have time to throw the ball, but then also you got to make sure we're throwing it to the right person when we do. But again, that's another reason we didn't do a good job on third downs, and you can't extend drives. It's tough. We had the ball with 22 minutes. That's tough, and you get the ball longer when you extend those drives or when you get off the field. So and it's hard to win when you do all those negative things in a ball game. And it's disappointing because I thought our guys practiced well. I thought they were well prepared for this ball game, and it's disappointing.
Coach, if I can follow up to Zach's question, the offense didn't give up as many sacks as they did last week, but nonetheless, Perry still seemed to be a little bit skittish, if you will, almost sometimes uncomfortable in the pocket, as if he had that sixth sense, thinking that pressure was coming. How would you grade his outing tonight?
Not well enough to win, of course. But again, we got to be able to protect for him. I mean, there were times where he threw a ball and defensive lineman hit his hand as he was throwing the ball. Time he dropped back, and before he turned around, he got sacked there for the safety there. We got to do a better job. One thing we got to do as a staff is really evaluate what we're doing up front and who we're doing it with, and try to make sure we get the right guys that can come in there and play consistently and give us a chance. It's hard to throw the ball when you don't have time.
Coach, if I may ask, just kind of if you want to talk about post-game what you kind of told the team after kind of a loss like this, especially after Marshall's loss and now this one, what were you telling the guys post-game?
Well, like I've been telling them, we need to go out and see to it that we send these seniors out the right way. In a game like that and the mistakes that we made, that's all on us. We got to be true to ourselves and evaluate ourselves and what we did and didn't do in order to help our football team in this ball game, but that's all on each one of us, and we got to own that. We got 2 guaranteed games left, and I think it's right that everybody bust their ass to make sure that these seniors go out with a bowl game. They don't have another chance, but those seniors have done a lot around here for this program, and so it's so important that everybody make it happen for these guys. Again, disappointing where we're at. Didn't think we'll be where we're at, but we are where we are right now, and we got 2 guaranteed games to try to make this thing right. And we're going to do everything we can to do it.
And on that note, Coach, how is the mindset of the players going from 1 week fighting for a possible division championship to the next week. The situation is now that the team's going to have to scrap for a bowl eligibility.
Again, we are what we are right now, but we got 2 guaranteed games to try to make it happen, so we got to go take care of our business. Everybody's disappointed in the locker room. Our guys are frustrated, rightfully so, but we got 2 guaranteed games left. And I know our guys, they love competing. And I know they'll try their hard to make sure that our teams go out the right way.
Were you surprised about the defensive back? Seems like Old Dominion was able to throw it with ease tonight.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
No, it's all right, Coach. It seemed like Old Dominion was able to convert on a lot of 10, 15 intermediate passes all night long tonight, 10, 15 yards and greater. Was that a bit surprising?
No, that was their offense and what they did. I don't think those things that hurt us. I thought the big plays down the field is the ones that hurt us on the single coverage, with our DBs. They caught a couple of them down the field. I thought those were the ones that hurt us more than anything. I thought they missed a lot of those short throws that they were trying to make. They caught a couple of them early, but the ones that really killed us was those go balls that they caught one-on-one, and we got to do a better job of helping those guys, with our safeties, and making sure those guys get help out there. I mean, we've seen that, and again, shame on us if we don't correct it.
Hey guys, one more.
Coach, I just wanted my final thing for me. I know you talked about sort of the players, them not executing the ways, and you even mentioned the coaching staff. But how much do you think maybe coaching in this game was sort of the biggest flaw, again, to put those guys in the right spots and situations to make plays?
Well, I think anytime you lose, is always coaching is a part of it, just like anytime you win, coaching goes in it, So I think we all can be better as coaches in helping our guys with this. This again, that starts with me. This is all on me, and I got to do a good job. I got to get this right and make it right. Again, make sure we're putting our guys in the right place, in the right position to make plays. But when they're there in those positions, then it's on our players to make those plays. Our coaches don't teach our guys to get penalties, and we got to be better when it comes to that. Our coaches don't teach our guys to drop balls or fumble. We work on those things all the time, and we got to rely on our players to go and execute and make those things happen. So like I said earlier, either we find someone else in there that's going to do it right for us, or you better correct the guy that's making those mistakes.